What's up, everyone? Welcome to Furious Trailer, and today we'll be talking about the best upcoming movies. Avengers Endgame hits theaters in just under 3 months, but the epic conclusion to 2018's Avengers Infinity War has been over 10 years in the making. While the Marvel Cinematic Universe will continue, it's going to enter a new phase, and there's a real possibility that Endgame will be the last time we see several of our favorite characters. But by the sound of it, at least they'll get a meaty send-off. Back in November, the working of the movie was clocking in at around 3 hours, but given how much time there was to go before the big opening, a lot of people assumed it would get cut down before then. Or maybe not. In a recent interview, directors Joe and Anthony Russo confirmed that Avengers Endgame is still on track to become the longest MCU movie. With a 3-hour runtime, Endgame would be the longest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And as Russo mentioned, there's quite a bit of story that needs to be told. There are currently no concrete details regarding the plot, but reports hint at a massive story. One thing that is known is this film will mark the end of an era in the MCU and serve as a sort of send-off for Marvel veterans like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. We finally got first look at the team's new costumes in Avengers Endgame. Considering how events played out during the final act of Avengers Infinity War, the new looks only applied to the surviving members of the team, minus a few key players. In this case, only the original 6 members of the Avengers are included, revealing new looks for Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and Black Widow. As expected, Tony Stark will build a new Iron Man armor. The armor looks awfully close to the nanotech armor that first debuted in Avengers Infinity War. The major change, of course, silver and gold plating along his shoulders and biceps, in addition to running along the front of his legs. Since his Infinity War armor was called his Mark 50, it's probably safe to say this would be Mark 51. Notably, Captain America is no longer ditching his red, white, and blue look in favor of his newfound Nomad-inspired identity. As many have rightly pointed out, the big green Avenger isn't quite looking his usual self in the new pick, appearing a fair bit more Mark Ruffalo in the face. With this in mind, some fans have suggested that the hero will be adopting the persona of Professor Hulk, the comic book character who's essentially a merge of Hulk and Bruce. Black Widow is sporting both her traditional red hair from earlier films, as well as the platinum blonde locks she had in Avengers Infinity War. And Hawkeye will follow Captain America's lead by taking on a wholly new identity as Ronin. Last but not least, it appears Thor's new look remains entirely the same. James Cameron has revealed the working title currently being used by production on the upcoming and highly anticipated Terminator 6. The movie is currently being called Terminator Dark Fate. The legendary director is currently working on his 4 Avatar sequels, but he's still producing the 6th Terminator movie directed by Deadpool's Tim Miller. Although it will be the 6th installment of the apocalyptic franchise, the new film will be taking the saga back to the roots first cultivated by Cameron, wiping such underwhelming sequels as Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines and Terminator Genisys from the continuity. Terminator 6 will be a direct and belated follow-up to Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Terminator 6 will see the return of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor, alongside Arnold's T-800. The movie is scheduled to be released by Paramount Pictures on early November 2019. It's been almost a decade since the release of Avatar, but after years of development, there are 4 sequels officially on the way. That's a significant amount of time in between sequels, but new fans to the franchise apparently won't have a problem catching up. Avatar producer John Landau recently revealed that all of the Avatar sequels are being approached as standalone films, each with their own contained adventure. Avatar 2 and Avatar 3 already have scripts and are currently going through production, but they won't arrive in theaters until 2020 and 2021. Avatar 2 will finally hit movie theaters in 2020, 11 years after the first Avatar was released in 2009. The primary reason for the decade-long delay is that the technology required to film director James Cameron's ambitious vision of a world submerged in water didn't quite exist yet. So they invented it. Cameron had been hinting for years about his grand plan to set the Avatar sequels primarily underwater, and shoot them using underwater motion capture technology. But no one quite believed him until shooting for all 4 sequels finally went underway this fall. Avatar 2 will see the return of ex-soldier Jake Sully and his Navy lover Neytiri, and the case will be joined by Oscar winner Kate Winslet and Game of Thrones star Ona Chaplin. The movie will hit theaters on December 18, 2020, followed by Avatar 3 on December 17, 2021. After 2 live-action Ninja Turtles movies by Michael Bay, a completely new Netflix's own Ninja Turtles animation film is in development. Netflix has closed the deal with Nickelodeon. According to this deal, US channel Nickelodeon will produce an animated Ninja Turtles movie, which will be released exclusively by Netflix. The movie will be based upon Nickelodeon's Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the latest TMNT animated series which premiered back in September of last year. This reimagining follows Raphael, Leonardo, Donatello, and Michelangelo as they tap into ninja powers they never knew existed as they seek to unlock the mystical secrets of New York City. It's not known yet when a release will be possible, but we'll keep you informed about further news of pizza-eating turtles. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is an excellent example of why news about film development can be so interesting to follow. Until last summer, the $863 million global take for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 seemed to make the 3rd installment a shoo-in for Marvel, with many speculating it would take a scheduled May 1, 2020 release date. That, however, went all upside down in July when Disney fired director James Gunn over controversial Twitter jokes from before he was first hired for Guardians of the Galaxy. Since then, Gunn has switched teams, landing the job for DC Comics' reboot of Suicide Squad for August 6, 2021. This week, Chris Pratt spoke up on the subject, confirming that Marvel and Disney are still moving forward with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 using Gunn's screenplay. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.